Here's the UK and Ireland weather forecast for Monday, March the 25th to Wednesday, March the 27th, 2013. And in the past 2 days, the snow and the cold has very much been around. The temperatures on Sunday barely reaching 5 degrees, the 7th coldest day of 2013 so far in the British Isles. Sunday morning, the temperatures went down to below freezing in many areas. The average was 0.1, the joint 10th coldest night of 2013 so far. And looking at the next 3 days, snow will linger in the northeast, cloudy elsewhere with some sunny intervals in the south, but staying cold, and that is the main feature that we'll see over the next few days. There is certainly no warm-up in sight. And looking at the surface pressure maps, it shows that high pressure is digging in a little from the northeast, and that means that heavy snowfall will be kept to a minimum, though small amounts of snow may fall in some areas, especially in eastern parts of the country. First of all, to Monday, the snow will be around, particularly in the northeast of England, but some sunny intervals, particularly towards the west and central south parts of England. Sunny intervals around here, almost completely clear towards the far west as well in the western coast of Scotland. But snow for eastern areas, and temperatures will be struggling, 2 to 4 degrees generally, perhaps reaching 6 degrees in Ireland and 5 degrees in parts of the Outer Hebrides in Scotland. And from Monday night onwards, we'll see a certain calming down of the weather. Things will sort of settle into an overcast regime for most areas, and here's the beginnings of it. But snow still continuing in light amounts along the northeastern coasts, particularly in Scotland, but parts of northern England as well. Along the east coast there will be light snow. Some areas will be clearer towards the south as well, a little bit of parting in the clouds, but temperatures will be very cold, most if not all areas below freezing and perhaps as low as -4 or 5 degrees. Looking at Tuesday, it will be overcast for pretty much everywhere, and in the northeast of England is the most likely place we'll see any amounts of snow falling, and that will be in light amounts and possibly isolated showers as well. So that means that most areas should stay clear of any fresh falls of snow during Tuesday, but temperatures again under the clouds will be struggling to reach anything, 3 or 4 degrees generally, perhaps 5 degrees in the south of Ireland. But of course, with wind chill and all that, the values will probably feel much lower than that, perhaps in the negative numbers in temperature. And Tuesday night then, there will be some light snow coverings, new snowfall for the eastern parts of England and southern Scotland, as well as perhaps Northern Ireland as well, may see some light snow, particularly towards the east and the Irish Sea coast. Elsewhere it will be overcast mostly, except for southern parts of England and Scotland, where it will be clearer, but it will be a very cold night indeed, perhaps one of the coldest of the year, -4 or 5 degrees generally, and perhaps lower than that in Scotland. Wednesday will see a continuation of the precipitation towards the eastern part of the country, with more towards sleet showers rather than snow, but snow is still possible for many areas, at least particularly inland and on higher ground of course, but along the coast it might fall as rain and sleet on lower ground. But temperatures will reach 3 or 4 degrees generally, 5 towards the far southwest of England and Ireland, but temperatures again struggling. As you can see here, the March average is around 9 or 10 degrees. So Wednesday night we'll see some more snow showers towards the eastern parts of England, but this time extending towards the south as well, so maybe perhaps Greater London may see some light snow over Wednesday night. Elsewhere it will be overcast, particularly along the western coast and in Scotland and Northern Ireland, and clearer skies towards the south coast of England, and completely clear skies in the south of Ireland and southwestern Wales. But temperatures again plummeting to well below freezing, except on the east coast where the showers are falling, where it will remain around 0. And looking at the extended forecast, it certainly seems as if there is no end in sight, so perhaps we could be even looking at a snowy Easter this year. But more on that in a few days' time. I'm back in 2 days with another forecast. The site's force13.com.